Given that Nicki Minaj just released audio evidence demonstrating that Jay-Z was not only present at Diddy's Freakoffs, but also that Jay-Z was the initial inspiration for the events, it appears that Minaj is prepared to go all the way in their ongoing spat with Jay-Z. Long-standing tensions between Nicki and Jay-Z recently reached a breaking point, to the point where she took to Twitter to vent her frustrations, alleging that he attempted to poison her in order to prevent her from disclosing any information about him or his bizarre encounters with Diddy. Since the streets have been trying to link Jay-Z to Diddy for a while, and Nicki has only now given the evidence to them on a silver platter, it appears that her claims are the last straw for the rapper. The beef between Nicki Minaj and Jay-Z has been simmering on the internet for more than a decade, but it wasn't until January of this year that she dared to confront him in his label Roc Nation, accusing them of attempting to sabotage her and funding a hate campaign against her. However, it now appears that Nicki was not just at odds with Jay-Z, she was also at odds with his wife, Beyonce. Beyonce's beef was kind of weird because she used to be pretty solid when Nicki back in the day. Y'all remember Feeling Myself, I'm Feeling Myself, and Flawless. They teamed up on a couple of tracks and everything seemed to be cool between them. But after a while, fans started picking up on some subtle shade they were throwing at each other in their lyrics. No one exactly knows when things shifted, but word on the streets is that it's tied to Nicki's messy social media behavior. But let's be real, Nicki can get very messy online. She's out here beefing with fans, dragging other celebrities, the rap girls, calling out the Grammys, and don't even get me started on all the drama surrounding her husband Ken Petty and his legal issues. But to be fair, when she does go off on social media, it's either in self-defense to set the record straight or to stand up for herself or her loved ones. However, a lot of folks think that Nicki's antics are messing up her own legacy because her personal drama often overshadows her music. Lately, at least, it's like she's been a magnet for chaos. And everyone knows how much Beyonce tries to avoid the drama. She loves to keep her head down, hit the studio, make good music, do her concerts, and focus on her family. So there was speculation that she distanced herself from Nicki because of the drama. But even with all the stuff going on behind the scenes with Nicki, she managed to keep it cute until Meg Thee Stallion shaded her in the song Hits earlier this year, and she lost it going off on Jay-Z and Roc Nation. She tweeted, "Be think she a bully cause she get a Roc Nation brunch every year, be mad at party, he told all your tea, but you taking shots at my family, get up on your good foot, go apologize to your mother, and nasty serpent." He also posted a screenshot of an ad by Roc Nation on Twitter where they were promoting the song His, and she said spending so much money, but she's the little broke independent artist. That's a right, you got to let it go, baby, the world knows she's ass and can't rap. Stop trying to make fetch happen. I just put out a song with no promo, no video, it's already #2. She then claimed that Jay's was using his label Roc Nation to get to her. She slammed Roc Nation CEO DC Perez, saying on the next song, "I delve into all the people Desiree allegedly fired for unknown reasons, other things as well. So many people were blindsided and hurt by her allegedly. She's willing to go broke to try to replace me, fix it." Jesus and the blogger effectively summarized the problems by stating that Beyonce's beef has completely changed and that she is no longer involved with the older woman. They also stated that they don't want their name associated with the criminal record of this boy in real life, regardless of what is shared on social media. Nicki also said that Roc Nation was funding a hate campaign against her, as well as paid for tweets and TikToks, to the extent that people were paid $250 to tweet negative things about Nicki Minaj. And then the following day, they were like, well, anyhow, I'm off. The reason behind that is beyond me, as I'm reading a book. However, once that door was opened, it couldn't be closed, and Nicki and Jay-Z have been at odds ever since. It turns out that the beef wasn't limited to Nicki's social media presence, as Jay-Z and Roc Nation stood up for Meek Mill, whom Nicki had accused of domestic violence during their relationship. Intriguingly, Nicki's relationship with Carter soured around the same time that she began to have serious infidelity concerns about Meek Mill. At that time, Meek signed a record deal with Roc Nation, and there have been rumors that Roc Nation intervened to keep Nicki silent in order to protect her. When Nicki attempted to discuss the situation in the documentary, Nation is said to have shut it down completely.
My mother would let my father be violent with her, and she always freaked up the story as a little girl, I would stand in front of my mother and go like this. And I vowed, like, that's why I'm, like, maybe some people would describe me as abrasive or bitchy or whatever, because I vowed from that age, no man would ever abuse me, call me out my name, treat me like that. And then all of a sudden...
It's strange that the documentary, which had previously been fully filmed, was never released. Similar charges of silencing fans have been made against RCK Nation in the past, and Tory Lanez has also stated that someone from the label told him to keep quiet regarding the controversy involving Megallion.
I get a call from Rock Nation that says, yo, we heard you're gonna make a statement about what happened, and it'd be in your best interest if you don't make that.
Nicki didn't mention any people when she shared a clip from the documentary about the unhealthy relationship she was in, but Meek Mill saw his post and issued Nicki a cease and desist letter. This infuriated Nicki, who took to Twitter to attack him, calling him a clown for doing it just to get likes. Twitter fingers. Women afraid of guys who taped it spit on her and taped it. You're your own sister. Ked me in front of your mother and send her to the hospital. Sucking Drake's D make you feel tough again. You can never stand on your own. You was around, you know, see you soon. But the rumors on the streets now say that Jay-Z shut down the documentary not only to protect Meek Mill, but also to protect Diddy and himself after Diddy got arrested and the indictment documents leaked, which would explain why he jumped in to save the day. But he wasn't only looking out for Meek Mill once her beef with the Carters was public. Nicki got bolder, calling Jay-Z for mistreating him and making things difficult for her out of spite. For example, during her hosting the VMAs last year, she revealed that someone had been disparaging her to the VMAs in an attempt to get them to fire her.
Now listen, real quick. MTV is petrified because they got a couple calls yesterday, and people were saying, what if Nicki says this and if Nicki says that? And you know, and I said, it's okay, MTV, I can control.
And you know, after her tirade against Nicki and Jay-Z in January, Nicki managed to avoid him and she ignored him until Kendrick was announced as the headliner for the Super Bowl halftime show the following year. For those of you who don't know, Jay-Z was chosen by majority vote to perform at the Super Bowl halftime, so when Lil Wayne was passed over, Nicki thought Jay-Z was taking his beef with her out on Lil Wayne. She accused Jay-Z of selling his soul, saying that denying a young black man would he rightfully put in this game for no other reason than your ego and your hatred for Birdman. You are being punished by Lil Wayne, Drake, and Nicki. You know what's good? Lil Wayne the GOAT, one ninja took a knee, and the other took the bag. He's going to get you ninjas in line every time. Still spiteful and evil, disgusting. Eminem persisted in having 50 Cent come out as a white man. It's sad, but it's good for them. No loyalty, well, these ninjas will keep sunning you. Be happy. Be happy. Ninja in the rap and women's industries when you have the cops and politicians on your side. Plus that ugly, funny taffy alien added, you don't know, but half of what Lil Wayne has done for me and others. Wayne had me on his tour without a paper sign, and he was on all of my mixtapes without a paper sign. This man has literally changed the face of hip-hop. If you know what I mean, you know that he inspired a lot of people to get tattoos on their faces and achieve greatness as MCs. He has always been motivated by his love of music, not by money. Nicki put that foot on Daisy's neck, and after the ranch, she returned to raise the possibility that Jay-Z had attempted to poison her in order to silence her. She shared a photo of a takeout order with the words, "We love you, Barb," and she wrote, "Thank God, I don't eat the food in this place." Imagine seeing this written on a brown paper bag. Why would someone place an order and specify who it is for? A fan commented that it's time to reorganize and reassess your team. Even if it was for you, Queen, no shade, it's incredibly inappropriate for someone to even bring you up while placing an order for lunch. My reply makes no sense. I have no idea, kid, but this is weird and needless. It seemed as though Nicki was suggesting that someone, possibly Jay-Z, may have secretly hired the woman back to try to infiltrate Nicki's camp and univ her. These are serious accusations, but Nicki did not back down. Instead, she doubled down on her claims that she had dirt on Jay-Z, claiming that she had evidence of Jay-Z, Miem, and Diddy involved in Freakoffs. She tweeted, "Every day a new man pissing 60 years of age gets fingered in the busy, then made to come on this internet and lie on me. If 15-year-olds need to be held accountable and told they can never move past their past, then what about the 30-year-olds who groomed and groomed? God is in control. Bookmark this. And I advise you all to never mention my name again." She went on to express concern about the tea of a 15-year-old child who was well-roaded, but no comments on the tea and baby oil that's been going on for decades and as recently as months ago. "Stay put, said nothing, etc. Okay, let's keep the writings on Ona focused." She also made a hint that Jay-Z, who is small and stocky, had been involved in similar shenanigans as Diddy. Laffy Taffy Alien Breath says, "We would like to know if you were present when mistreated teenagers and children. Did you know about the activities that Aaliyah, Foxy, and other people did during R. Kelly video shoots? The people want you and your people to talk about ugliness since Kim Porter and Cassie constantly seem to be running in a pack." She went on to say that Daisy was on the dole, just like his friend Diddy, and that undercover men always act with women because they have decided that they can't live in their truth, and that women who have done them no harm are made to pay but are just existing. Bellhead Bowling Ball, you ninjas don't have this energy for gangsters in person, only for bees on the internet. Y'all fix it, Jesus. Enough is enough. Nicki is clearly over someone, and it appears that Jay-Z is the one she is over. She is even going so far as to say that Jay-Z was not only friends with Diddy, but also purportedly heavily involved in the bad things that Diddy did. Jaguar R attempted to inform us of this some time ago.
John Carter is worse. He's smarter. He's patient. He's not sloppy. This pussy been lining up people he calls friends and stepping to the side while they get hit by the guillotine for 30 fucking years.
According to Nicki, Jay-Z has allegedly been using label Roc Nation as a front to move women and young girls, if you know what I mean. But this is an interesting claim because it kind of backs up what Rihanna's former publicist said about the feds interrogating him about Jay-Z allegedly moving girls. The publicist said, "One day unmarked law enforcement car stopped me. These intimidating individuals introduced themselves as a federal task force and they requested to speak to me, so I followed them to talk, and I was in a complete state of panic as I sat in a desolate makeshift interrogation room. The gravity of the situation became clear to me." He continued, "They mentioned that they had been keeping a close watch on Jay-Z since he Lance on Rivera, and he was also being implicated in an incident with R. Kelly during their joint tour promoting Jay-Z and R. Kelly's joint album." The officer clarified that they were investigating Jay's for allegedly engaging in some intimate activity with underage Rihanna and transporting her across international borders. They said she wasn't the only one and there were many others. He added, "No one benefits from reckless ambition." He says the interrogation was a brutal reality check. However, looking back now, there are some serious red flags as Jay-Z was once very close to R. Kelly, and they have 2 collaborative albums. They have like 30 songs together. And they have toured together. As we all know, Daisy has also been extremely close to Diddy for several decades. So it's not very hard to come to some of the conclusions that Trapple Ross and Jaguar Wright have come to with JT. Now again, Jaguar Witt trying to warn us about this when she claimed that Jay-Z allegedly paid Rihanna's dad $500,000 after he signed Rihanna.
Discovered Rihanna at 3 a.m. in the morning in a hotel on the island where she comes from, with no parental supervision. Then she was put on a private plane, a minor, from one country to another, without parental supervision. And she ended up in a boardroom with Mr. Carter, without parental supervision. Y'all got young children, would you just let your daughter leave and go to a whole other country with some motherfucking niggas you don't know? Definitely not. You in talent shows at 3 a.m.
So you're saying that the rumors are true. There are rumors circulating that Rihanna was actually trafficked here. saying that
That
that's
just sound because the daddy ain't show up till 24 hours later to pick up a $500,000 check for his daughter's ass. Maybe we should look more into that album, Auntie. That album cover was disturbing. A child bride with a crown over her head. Blood smeared on her face. I don't know. How do people see SOSs?
But that's not all, because Nicki is also claiming that the reason Jay-Z was quick to protect Nick Mill against her DV accusations was that he was the one who allegedly passed Meek Mill to Diddy after he clapped Meek's cheeks first, all allegedly. But speaking of Mr. Meek Millie, he has been fighting for his life against the accusations and allegations of him being Diddy's boy toy. He has been fighting everybody on Twitter, saying stuff like, "I'm from Philly, I don't do nose candy or freaking Molly, nobody won't ever offer me that because I'm that heavy, no man or what would ever approach me about gay activity, and the whole place don't get flipped." Woke up seeing this on every blog like they know I'm coming. He also said, "That's why I always come around all these interesting ninjas with my real friends. You never catch me around anybody from the industry alone. You can't even hold a convo without my dog stepping in the room. It's been that way." He continued defending himself, saying, "When I got a girl around me, I'm effing her twice a day. Ask some of your favorites. P don't control me, but it's like a high one love to the gay people. But that juicy P do it for me." He also accuses individuals of attempting to bring him down by saying, "My voice is so powerful as a black man from the ghetto worldwide. They want it gone. I'm a real king. I don't run red lights to get that sensation. Y'all weird on here like devils." He further remarked, "I will personally give you $1 million if these stories add up in any weird way." Straight Out the Trenches is run by robots and knows how to ruin brands and campaigns like politicians. Beyond trench hood level, there are 2 things we cannot do in the trenches because of the kind of man I am. Then we learned of a very graphic audio leak in which Meek Mill was purportedly getting his behind CLA from Diddy. At the time, Diddy's bodyguard claimed to be the source of the audio leak.
Yo, Diddy had that man in the room. Look, yes, I put my ear to the fucking door and I brought the phone because Diddy started going in overdrive. I ain't know what the fuck was going on, but I just heard balls slapping against ass cheeks. I heard niggas struggling to take dick. I heard niggas being like, "Yeah, daddy." When he started all that daddy this and daddy that, and then I heard some hollering and struggling like, yeah, I kept the phone there and I recorded all this shit because I was like.
There are rumors circulating that Nicki hired the bodyguard to handle it because she wanted power over Meek and Roc Nation. Moreover, new allegations claim Nicki possesses even more wealth. Jay-Z, along with a video purportedly showing him commanding the Freakoffs, Nicki did not come to play, and the fans have been clocking all the tea, saying that Jay-Z has been ugly and evil. Clock him. It is unknown how long Nicki will be able to maintain this leverage. I just hope she stays safe and Jay-Z's spot about to be blown up soon once Foxy NDA is over in 2025, baby, she's singing. Nicki, I don't know how she and Daisy are going to resolve this. The fact that she has a lot more info and isn't scared to put it out there makes me fear for her safety. I've been reading the comments and it's getting ridiculous. Do you really think that Nicki is blowing out Jay's dirty laundry in this way? I feel that Roc Nation is almost over, which is why Nicki seems so comfortable talking like this. Leave a comment below with your ideas and then watch this following video.